Let me turn to Danny Cevallos. So on that first case, I think Laura explained it pretty well. That was the easier case to dismiss. Now we got to read the second case, which is the set of states that are suing to stop this debt relief program. We have to see if they have standing, and if they do have standing, whether or not the court finds that the Biden administration had the authority to have this debt relief program.
And it appears those two questions are answered. And the state of Missouri, the court appears to have concluded, does have standing, even though the argument was made at oral argument that the real harm was through Mohila, that student loan servicer. The court has decided that the state of Missouri does have standing, but it appears to have also decided on the second issue, whether the text of the HEROES Act authorizes the Secretary's loan forgiveness program, and it appears to conclude that the text of the act, the federal law, does not authorize the loan forgiveness program. In other words, this came down to really two words, to modify or, the power of the Secretary to modify does not permit the basic and fundamental changes to the scheme designed by Congress. So, in other words, when the Biden administration attempted to modify, as it was given power to, it did not have the power to do what it sought to do. In essence, this was too much. This was more than a modification.
I want to turn to Laura, if you're ready to talk to me about this, Laura, because it certainly, in reading it, seems like the court may be striking down the student debt relief program with regard to this case that the states brought. I'm just reading it myself, but it says this all leads the court to conclude that a mass debt cancellation program is one that Congress would likely have intended to do itself. And in such circumstances, the court has required the agencies to point to clear congressional authorization. This goes to the issue of, look, if you're going to do something huge like this, the court says it's Congress under our Constitution that's supposed to do it, not some federal agency. And that seems to be what the case hinges on here.
The upshot is that this plan is not moving forward for the Biden administration. All it takes is one person, one entity, one state to have standing, which in this case, it's decided that it does. And so then it reached the merits. And on the merits, you're right, Savannah, the court is saying they did not have clear congressional authorization for this. They looked at the statute and they said, it's not going to work for you here. Now, that doesn't mean, we should be clear, that the Biden administration couldn't go through a different regulatory process. It had always had that option, but it didn't take that route. Instead, it went through a different process in order to make this plan go through faster. And I think it's worth noting that that this is not to say that you can't have your student loans forgiven forever. If the Biden administration decided to go through that much more arduous process, it could do so. But that does seem unlikely at this point. And we should also mention that this plan was about a one-time forgiveness, a lump sum to lop off your bill. It's not about the payments that have been on pause largely since the beginning of the pandemic. In March of 2020, remember, under the Trump administration, all federal loan payments were put on pause. And the idea there was to give some people a little bit of breathing room during COVID to help make sure that you weren't in an economically tough position. Those payments, regardless of what had happened here today, are set to resume this fall. And so it was really two pieces here. The plan that the court was evaluating had to do with lump sum payments that were going to be lopped off of the bill. But the general repayments for many people who may not have gotten enough relief under the president's plan, those are set to resume this fall. And again, the headline here is that the president's student loan forgiveness plan, the larger plan, which affected more than 40 million borrowers, will not go forward.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.